guys, it's Matt. So today I'm doing lyric video reactions to Hobi's mixtape Hope World. I just finished my doing reaction to Hope World and Piece of Peace, so those should already be up on my channel. If you haven't checked those out, go check them out. And right now we're gonna do Baseline and Hangsang. I decided in general to do my lyric video reactions a little different than I usually do them for this. Well, in general, when I do first listens, I usually do a lyric video reaction with it because I wait until the lyric videos are up for these songs. But with BTS, that doesn't happen. With BTS, it's like I need to listen to the album right away. With J-Hope, I had to listen to this right away. So I was like, there's no time to wait. Not even a couple hours. There is no time to wait for that shit. So like I did for Love Yourself, Her, I decided to do a first listen where I just listened to the songs, and I came back and did a lyric video reaction. So that's what we're doing today. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into this. I don't think I have anything else to say. Quick disclaimer though, I have these new headphones, but they are going back because they have a tendency to cut out while I'm listening to stuff sometimes. Luckily they didn't do it too much when I first did my reaction to Hobi's mixtape, but they've already started doing it a lot today. So I'm like, I was like, you know what, I'll record these videos, but then I'm going back. Basically, I say a lot to say, if you see me during this video all of a sudden like get mad and be like, yeah, slam my computer or something, so I can pause and take off my headphones. It's because I need to reset them. Anyway, we're getting to Baseline, which if you haven't seen my first listen, do you even know? Bitch, do you even know? Like, this is... And I'll talk about it at the end. I'll talk about what Hobi said about the songs in the V Live at the end of this, because I did finally see that this morning. So yeah, but let's just go ahead and check it out, because I mean, it's a short song, but it's a good one. Oh, can I stay calm? All right, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna back up a little. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Baseline.
Hey! Hey! Top class, hey! This is my favorite part. Hey!
Baseline의 성과의 원천 Hope 이제 모든 세상을 엎어
누구보다 열심히 했기에 Celebrate! 영화 같은 인생의 main stage 정신 못 차린 애들 다 play it back!
Baseline 내 몸짓의 baseline 내 성공의 baseline baseline 지금부터 baseline 내게 지는 baseline
Yes! Oh my god, like when I first heard that song, oh my god, seriously, I lost it and I still lose it now. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to Hangsang, and then we'll talk about those songs. So honestly, Baseline kind of leads into Hangsang, I think. Well, I don't know as far as lyrically, but like I mean, in the album, it definitely is supposed to lead into Hangsang, but I don't know like lyrically if it does too. But I don't know. We'll see. So let's go ahead. Hangsang, ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. With my thug, right? He said thug, no. He said with my thug. I'm leaving. Smash on the street, smash on the street. Hey.
Now cruising down damn airport. 내 친구들과 비행기 타고. Every day I'm so turned up with my boys. Every day I'm so turned up with my dog. Yeah.
Hey, Sam with my thug, right? He said thug. I'm so angry right now.
On the street, smash on the street.
Hey, stop rapping.
Right road. Walking. Top sell up to the
They calling you, baby. They calling. With my thug, hey.
up with my boys. Every day I'm so turned up with my dog. Yeah. Hangsang with my dog. Right. Hangsang with my dog. Right. Hangsang with my dog. Right.
Smash on the street, smash on the street. Hey!
Try my swag now, I'm balling on the worldwide.
Hey, tell me, free boy. Yeah.
Celebrate, party here, mail got you.
Might as well.
여기 place of J-Ho.
Hey!
언제부터 여기 make mess?
That's them.
The mother fake ass. 눈 뜰 때마다 magazine 내 면에 오르네.
You are the front page of the magazine. I mean, you're not there, Spring Boy, but they are. Hey.
Haters better credit card shop like a right chop chop. Me and my friend 너 바꿔 trend set. Hold up, man, 이제는 내가 펩세.
Hey, Pepsi.
친구들이 right there. BTS rock bottom getters mountain.
Hey. Hangsang with my dirt. Right. Hangsang with my dirt. Right. Smash on the street, smash on the street. Hey.
Cruising down there midport. 내 친구들과 비행기 타고. Every day I'm so turned up with my boys. Every day I'm so turned up with my dog. Yeah. Hangsang with my dog. Right. Hangsang with my dog. Right. Hangsang with my dog. Right. Smash on the street, smash on the street. 나만의 룰로 내 브로와 같이 나란히 걸어. 데뷔 전부터 우리 맘이 거품 묻는 거도 모두 저기였고 우리 편을 나누고 그런 팀이 역전해서 이제 세계를 열어.
Tell 'em.
Feel like I don't care. 몰라 흔들어 철길.
Yeah.
세계가 원해 우리 슈퍼맨 make it. 그저 꿈꾸는 대로 모든 현실을 젖줄. 이제 우리의 turn 싹다 싸버려 rich. 양쪽 다 쓰는 게 바빠. 앞뒤 없이 왈왈 개같이 약양. 얘기 없이 착각. 부르대는 잡밥. 그들 내게 파우파우. 우리 따뜻하게 아빠. 이루기로 상과.
Step on him. Step on him, bitch.
We my label pound. We my fan.
What's your fan, baby? Hey, yo, no. Bitches is bragging. Oh, I love me a bragging BTS. I love me a bragging BTS. You don't even understand. Oh. All right. I honestly don't even know where to begin with this because, well, hey, I love a bragging BTS, but I do feel like I should start with baseline. I'm like, we'll go back to Hangsang. Well, baseline, honestly, like, kind of lyrically goes into Hangsang in the sense that baseline, Hobie mentioned in his V Live that baseline was kind of like, baseline is like him, like how he started. Like he started as a street dancer. And so he's talking about like in himself, he always has a baseline. And so that's why he kind of made the lyrics about like kind of just like his like, what kind of brought him, if you will, like his foundation, that's the word he used. His foundation as far as like music and dancing, like what really brought him to be where he's at today was that baseline. So that's why the lyrics are like just kind of like that. And he did kind of, you know, like I said, brag a little bit, or not brag a little bit, but he kind of talked a little bit like, you know, the reason I debuted is because I worked for it, and the reason I'm successful is because I worked for it. So like all y'all haters and all y'all out there that are successful, it's probably because you ain't like me and you ain't working for it. So he's like, I'm here for a reason. Like I worked for it. I don't know if that's bragging in this, or it's more in the sense of just being like, bitch, I earned this. Like, more of just like truth telling, not really bragging. But bitch, in Hangsang, they were bragging. Like, honestly, I almost want to go back and see some of these lyrics of just like the shit they were saying. I wasn't gonna say that, I was gonna mostly say Hobie, but honestly, yeah. Supreme Boy was bragging. And Supreme Boy has every right to brag, by the way. If you check out my first listen, I talked about how I thought that there could be less Supreme Boy in this song. Which, I don't say I disagree with that, but I'm like, I'm more okay with it now. Like I've kind of more come around to the thought that it's like, you know what, he works well with the song. I thought, you know, the chorus kind of part he does, I guess, you know, Hobie could have done on his own, but I guess it makes more sense for them to kind of go back and forth like that. It makes the song, makes the balance of the song pretty good. I was interested in seeing the lyrics for his verse because it sounded like he was going off on some haters. But yeah, like they don't really go off on haters, it's more of they're just bragging on the haters. They're just bragging, they're like, look. Well, okay, no, I think it was Hobie in the beginning that was like, one of them's trying to decide what house to buy. One of them's trying to decide, or has hundreds of cause dolls, and those cause dolls are expensive, like those things are not cheap. Where he got me was he goes, one takes off the Gucci tab. First of all, we all know who that is, Kim Taeyong. But like literally, they out here in Gucci, they out here buying hundreds of cause dolls, they out here deciding on what house to buy. Like bitch, bitch, Are you on their level? No. So, like, get off them. Like, calm down. So I was like, oh, okay, we bragging. Like, as soon as he brought that out, I'm like, oh, okay, we bragging. But they just bragged this whole song. They bragged the whole song. And then on V Live, Hobie talked about how he wrote this song basically not for BTS, but like about BTS, about how like he lives his life with his boys, basically. Like he's living with them, and he's like having all the success with his boys, and he's so happy to like be successful with them. Like he's so happy to like be on this level with them. He really just wrote it about, he just bragged about them. He's like, the 7 of us are taking over, and I'm like, you damn right, you damn right you are, homie. And like Supreme Boy, like I said, like he has a right to brag too, because he's, you know, one of the main producers on BTS's albums. It's like him, BETTA, Lil Rabbit, and Bang Shi-hook. But like, I feel like Bang Shi-hook's named there, even if he doesn't really do all that much. I think Bang Shi-hook does a lot. I'm just saying, I don't know how much he does. Supreme Boy has every right to brag. Like, first of all, like he helped produce DNA, and DNA smashed records. Like, so like, I'm okay with him bragging. And I mean, honestly, he's bragging about BTS. Like, he's bragging about, you know, being on magazine covers and taking over the world. I'm like, you know, it's not him doing it. BTS is the ones doing it. But he's bragging because that's his team. Like, he says it. He's like, BTS, Rock Bottom, that's my team. Like, that's his team. So, like, he has every right to brag. And I love that he's bragging. And he was like, haters better pop out. I'm like, tell him, Supreme Boy. Tell him, haters better step back, because we just stepping over them. Literally, y'all are down here. We just stepping over y'all. Okay? So chill. I'm sorry, I love me a good brag song. I mean, diss songs are good too, but when you just straight bragging because it's true, like you just stating facts, like that's all you're doing is you just stating the facts. It's not like you're bragging about something you don't have, because there are songs like that, especially in like American music, where they're just bragging about this nice, they're bragging about their cars and their watches and their clothes. They don't even have all that. Like, they're not even living like that yet. Like, they're just still some like ghetto ass motherfucker in the hood. Sorry, I want a little ghetto for you. With y'all, but like that's the truth. Like, they still like some ghetto little hood rat rapping about having, you know, Cadillacs and Gucci watches, and I'm like, bitch, you don't have shit. Like, so why are you rapping about it? Whereas BTS over here rapping about the shit they do have, and that they do, what they got, and where they're going, and what. I love it. I love it so much. It was just. Anyway, I need to end this because the sun's setting, and I need to finish these videos before the sun sets. I loved Hangsang just for the beat, but I love it even more now. Like, that's my jam. Like, I mean, I love bassline because bassline just goes in. Oh, but like, because bassline's a little shorter, you know, it's like if I had to pick one to listen to all the time, it'd be Hangsang. Hangsang. Oh my God. Actually, this morning when I watched the V Live, I didn't know what Hangsang meant when I first heard it and when I saw the title. But Hobie talked about Hangsang and they translate it and they're like, always. And I'm like, oh, always. So, honestly, I had this thought when I was like thinking about it. I'm like, always is honestly kind of a romantic term if you think about it. Like, if you think about like famous romantic like scenes and like there's a line and always is usually there, you know. Do you love me? Always. Will you stay with me? Always. Always is a very romantic term. At least I see it like that. And I honestly couldn't remember if there was a Korean drama I've watched recently or at all. I don't know. I've seen about a lot of Korean dramas. If there's any Korean dramas where they use the word always, they actually say Hangsang or not. But in general, I think the word always, whatever language, is very romantic. So to have Hobie over here going, Hangsang with my good, yeah, Hangsang with my thug. Like, honestly, I loved it because he made this like romantic ass word dirty and just sexy and grimy, and I'm just like, yes! And I don't know why I loved it, but I loved it. I don't know, that might just be me and just this thought I had, but I was just like, yo, why is he making one of the most romantic, sweetest words in the world sound so dirty and sexy and thuggish? And I love it. Like, it makes no sense, but I love it. Oh God, I don't know. So honestly, Hangsang, if I don't have an order for this track list, I talked about that in my first listen, I'm not doing an order. If I had one, Hangsang would be close to the top. It was nowhere. There's no, they're all just in a bubble of just masterpiece Hope World, because this is amazing. This whole thing is amazing. Anyway, all right guys, if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and comment below anything else you want me to check out. The next video I'm going to do is I'm going to react to Airplane and Blue Side, so go ahead and check those out. And if you haven't already, go check out my reactions to Hope World and Piece of Peace. Alright guys, catch you next video.